What could actually work? Welcome back to the Jesse Rucinski show. And today we're going to talk about second chances. Everyone deserves a second chance, right? At least most everyone. Most people that get a second chance who don't deserve to still breathe. At least not in the same room as me. I'm not saying anyone deserves to die. But then we're going to talk about second chances and all the things you do with them. Whether you grow from them, whether you just get worse from them, all of those things. And we're talking about, not just me or, people that I know. And we're talking about some stories that happen from the sports world on these ones. Again, I'm not against people getting second chances. Kind of terrorist, mean, miserable son of a bitch is against people getting a second chance. Everyone deserves a second chance. For the most part, unless you're out there killing people, sorry, you don't. But a lot of people deserve a second chance in this world. I don't think too many people do, and I really don't like it when people don't take advantage of the second chance that they're given. You don't get them very often, so why ruin it? Why waste it? Believe me, since I didn't die that night, which we're almost coming on 2-year anniversary, where there's no reason I shouldn't have at least been paralyzed, I would take full advantage of it. We'll get into it on the anniversary. Well, no, we'll get onto it right after the anniversary, right after Thanksgiving. But there's no reason that I should have been walking as fast as I was, let alone at all, or even alive with what happened. And I'm trying to make the best of it, because you don't always get a second chance at life. Get a lot of second chances at anything, life, love, anything at all. Those people are gone before they get that second chance. So, I'm a big fan of people getting second chances. It's only fair. Most people listening to this say, you give most people, deserve a second. Most people do deserve a second chance. All of us can agree on that. Most. No, so I didn't say all people. Most people do. So, I'm a big fan of it. Obviously, there's some people in my life I'll never give another chance, but I, also gave a million chances before I finally said enough is enough. And they haven't gotten a second chance because there's no point, because they've proven with all, because I never fully cut them off. So it was always still, it was never the second chance, but, really it was like 95 chances. And we all have people like that in our lives. And they prove what they're going to be worth. And then, well, once you finally get to that point, they don't get another one. But they had a million before that, But first, I'd like to talk about Colin Kaepernick, which I might add, you never heard him doing any of this activist nonsense until, he got benched because he sucked. I'm sorry, you got benched. Alex Smith got put down for you. You didn't see him, completely losing his mind. He went to Kansas City and did his thing. He didn't suddenly become a, activist and say that, he's being enslaved and it's all this oppression and all this. Which he did. I mean, he literally never heard anything about it. Wearing, socks with, literal pigs and cops outfits going after, them, after cops and everyone else saying he was oppressed. He was adopted by white people. He went to a school, full scholarship, white people. And he got hired by white people in the NFL, made all kinds of money. Now he's saying it's like slavery, even though he's still saying that he's ready for, another chance at the NFL. Even though he said everything they do to get him there was slavery. I think his pompous ass should join the, military or something, because we did a whole lot more, prodding and typhoid shots, yellow fever, flu shots, smallpox scars. It's in there, right here. Lots of boosters for anthrax. And we weren't getting paid, millions of dollars a year to do it. I could have stayed deployed for my whole Marine Corps career and I wouldn't have made as much money as he did in one playing a game. So I think he needs to check himself and stop just using it as an excuse. Really, I think it's what he's doing because he just sucks. So that's the only thing he has left is to go and say he was oppressed. But I mean, you look at the numbers. Again, adopted by rich white people, maybe not rich, but, white people, scholarship to, all that, full ride athletically. So we got a free college ride. He made all that money playing football. Now he's saying it's racist. And then we got a second chance. if I believe, I believe I'm right. Like they sent most, if not all, teams had a representative at that tryout they're trying to do in Atlanta, I believe, at the stadium. I believe it was Atlanta. And then he suddenly moved it at the last second to somewhere else. And they wouldn't let me record or do anything. Well, guess what? Everyone that saw you still thought you sucked. Sorry, you're a better running back. Be like Tebow. He went back and tried for a second shot as a tight end. He wasn't going to do it as a quarterback. No one's going to sign him. He knew it. But don't turn around and say it was like slavery while you're also saying you're getting ready for an NFL comeback. Like, you sound like an idiot, and anyone believes you is actually an idiot. Like, just stop making excuses and understand that you actually sucked. Like, once Harbaugh left, he was bad. He was more of a running back. Tebow still had, I think, a better arm between the two of them. But, I mean, quarterbacks, per the NFL standard, that weren't going to, do it. They had their moments. They made it as far as they did. But today's day and age, like, their arms just aren't there. And, Tebow just bowed out gracefully, and Kaepernick's blaming, all on the race cards. Like, and people are believing it's like, no, guy, well, you're just not there. Talent-wise, I'm sorry. Like, you don't like it, but don't go around, turn around and call everyone racist because of it. Now you're being oppressed. People were drafted way higher than that just got dumped immediately. They didn't go and blame oppression or anything because they can't, because they're white. And just because you are who you are, like, your history says you can't blame it on that. Like, you were terrible. I'm sorry. Great run with, with Harbaugh and all that. Like, I'll never take that away from him. Like, he was phenomenal those years in San Francisco. Everyone that watched him will say he was good. Who the hell's going to say he was bad? Like, he was doing things. Look what he did to Green Bay that year. Like, they slaughtered him. He had 1 million yards running, though, and they didn't have, like, mostly his leg, and he had to just throw. Like, it didn't work. Like, adapt, overcome, or shut up. Again, Tebow got ran out of the league for kneeling for God. Like, he didn't like it, but he went and played baseball. Do that career. Like, he was an analyst for college football. He came back and tried to be a tight end. Like, he did all kinds of things. He kept trying and pushing. He didn't just say that he's not getting his opportunity because the color of his skin or he's being oppressed. Like, that's not going to get you anywhere, especially when the league went out of their way to give you a second chance. And you made it all about you and changed the thing at the last second so not everyone could come. And you're just a pile of shit because of it. I'm sorry. I try not to cuss, but there's no other thing to call you. Like, you're a dumpster fire of a human being. That's on you. Like, none of us like that. For most of you agree, like, he had talent those first couple of years, but it was mostly running the ball. It wasn't like he was the best passer of all time. Most of his yards there, especially his first year, were running. He ran all over Green Bay. Like Tebow when he was there, he ran a lot. He had that big pass against the Steelers, which got him going. But, just adapt, overcome, stop blaming people. Take advantage of the second chance the league is getting you. And then when you're still sitting here waiting for it, don't go and say you're getting ready for a comeback, so you're always ready. And then say that the NFL, like, draft process and all that is like slavery. You're being exploited at every angle. I'm sorry. They wanted to make sure before they gave you millions, that you were mentally and physically capable of actually doing what they were going to pay you millions for. Thanks to everything that happened to me overseas. Yeah, knees did go bye-bye. Right shoulder went bye-bye. Got a good brain injury. Everyone that was there knows what happened. Bye-bye. Never got a chance to do that. I'm not claiming I was oppressed. And I didn't make millions. He made more of that contract than I'll make my entire life, no matter what the hell I do. You don't see me crying, like, say, oh, I'm oppressed. Like, no, what? I chose this path. You chose this path. It didn't work out for you. Stop saying you're oppressed. Be like Kyla Larson, who did slip up, who did drop the racial slur last year on national TV when they're really the only sport doing anything at all. Which, again, he deserved to get dropped. No matter how much Chuck argues with me and everything, like him not, what Chip could have stoked by him. What the hell is Chip going to do? Target's woke as hell. They were going to leave him. Like, all kinds of sponsors were going to leave. Like, sorry, Kyle, you're gone. What did Kyle do, though? He went and won everything, minus like a couple races here and there, and like almost 100 of them, I believe, like last year, dirt races all over the world. Went out and slaughtered it, grew the hell up, got hired by Hendrick, and then won 10 races and a championship this year in the Cup Series. Like, he grew up. Before he was in NASCAR, he was always high, wide, and handsome. He wrecked a lot of cars riding that bike, just bouncing them off the wall until all hell broke loose. Like he didn't get a lot of wins. He got more wins this year than he did the whole couple years before. Like, and look at what, like, he won a big, like, open track in Michigan. So, like, this year he won big tracks, small tracks, road courses, intermediates. Like, Kyle was good everywhere. Like, be like him. Oh, shit, I did screw up. And actually grow up. He grew so much in his time off. And look where it got him. Why? Because he knew what he did. And he corrected all of his idiocy and came back a better person. And won a championship for all the effort because he grew up and he finally figured it all out. He didn't whine about it. He didn't do anything. What? I screwed it up. He didn't blame it on anyone. Like, I mean, they're not exactly the same thing, but I mean, like Kaepernick. He went and pulled, the oppressed thing. The second he was backup quarterback. And, like, sorry, his talent didn't back it up. Kyle, he had all the talent in the world. He still got dumped. Like, he was like, but he made up for it and made his apologies and grew and did all kinds of things and got a ride. And they're so grateful and such a grown human being since last year when that happened. Be like that. Don't be an asshole. How hard is it to be a good person? It's not that hard to grow up and realize, not everything's about you. Like, he went out of his way to improve as a human being, a racer, father, husband, everything. After he made his slip, like, how hard is it to do that? So just blaming everyone else for your shortcomings. There's millions of people that'll never get the opportunities that you ever got or the money. Like, be like Kyle. Like, he got all the way to a championship. One of the best seasons ever. Like, he just out there just killing it. Like, if he didn't win, I said, well, I'd riot. Now, how I'd riot? But I'd been pissed. Like, that was his year. And I'm proud of him for coming as far as he did, regardless of what the hell color anyone is. He made an unforgivable, like, he made an egregious mistake. And I've been called the same things that came out of his mouth while I'm playing Call of Duty, which is why I don't play online anymore, because people just run their shit box. Say all kinds of vile things on there. And it really seems like it's just the norm on online gaming and all that, but doesn't mean it's excusable by any means. But he lost everything. He had his humility. He had his growing up moment, and he did good. So good for him, just like me. I wasn't that, but look at how bad life was. Anyone that knows me, you want to know more of the story, I'll tell you. It wasn't good for me. I shafted in marriage, shafted by friends, got ran over by a truck, literally. And I know how valuable, bull life is. How short, how quick it can go. Like, you can go from the top of the world, just gone. And, like, how hard is it to just, like, take some humble pie, realize how, like, short and valuable living in life actually is, and just stop being so miserable about it and grow up. Look at me now. I'm a good woman, better than I did then. People in my corner, friends, family, they're better than they were. Have I lost friends like Drew? Yes. It's not on me. They cut me off. They were the one that made it all personal, called people all kinds of vile names. That was not me. I said, here's the facts. Just because you don't like them doesn't make them the facts. Now I got called a narcissistic pile of shit. That's why Sammy left you, and you're racist and, conspiracy theorist and an idiot, which calling anyone that when they're not, any of those things, everyone that's on your side is that way. Like, that's a conspiracy theory. Like, I'm not going to go down the full ignorant road. I know I've made mistakes, but all Cap and Drew, like, all these people take life for granted. Kyle was like, oh God, like, you saw how quick life, like, all of it went away really fast. And he's grown so much, and so have I. Like, that's what you do with second chances. You grow with them because how much it could, like, how quickly it can all go away. Keep dragging people down, keep talking trash about people, just keep being a miserable prick. Where does that get you? What is the purpose of that? Please enlighten me. It doesn't get you anywhere. When you get a second chance, for love of God, take advantage of it. Whether it's in Kyle's experience, Kaepernick's experience in the NFL, or what you feel like he got a second chance and you made it all about him. Like, they're an organization. Like, you're just going to join the organization. Don't make it all about you. Like, there's still an organization and fans and all kinds of stuff that play into that. Like, Kyle went and apologized to the whole world, went out and went and proved he could be a winner and got the thing, got the ride, won, me. All kinds of trash was said about me. I proved what kind of person I was. I proved my character. I started the shows. I got Hannah. Met some great people and doing great things along the way. Like, 'cause life is too short to just be a miserable asshole all the time and not grow and just blame everyone else. I don't even blame the other person for hitting me that night. I don't remember what happened, but things happen. Things happen that you cannot control. And the only thing you can control is how you react to those things. I don't see how being a miserable, whiny pile of shit like Kaepernick gets you anywhere in those situations, or Drew, or any of them. Like, why stay miserable? Take advantage of the opportunity that's given to you and stop just making it poor on me. The victim mentality gets you nowhere. Being a narcissistic wipe on this planet's butt gets you nowhere. And I know you people probably wanted to hear me talk about politics today, but you know what? Like, saw so much Kaepernick talking trash, and then Kyla Larson won the thing. And I'm like, you know what? He got like he deserved everything he got last year. He grew. He proved that he could be a good person and a good human being, and he got a chance to be a winner again, and he took it. So making everything about him, he went out and proved how good he was. Then saying everyone's out to get him. Well, he knew what he did. He admitted it. He owned up to it. He deserved what he got. I'm not saying I deserve to get run over, divorce or anything. But you know what? I got a second chance, and I should not have been here because a full size Silverado hit me on 65. When you're on foot, you shouldn't be walking away nearly as quick as I did, if at all. Like, take advantage of your second chances. Own up. Grow up to your shortcomings. Grow. Evolve. Don't be a tool. It's not that hard. It isn't to be a good person. Anyone listening to this can agree. Just don't be an asshole. I am one to people that deserve it. Otherwise, I'm not one just for the sake of it. Like, I call out BS when I see it. I yell at people when I know there's only like 10 seconds at a green light before like 3 minutes of red light. They're still sitting there 6 seconds later. I yell at them, like, move, pay attention, but why just call people stuff and be miserable the whole time? Like, I call people what definitions call them to be. Like, if you don't like it, like, believe it or not, like they're on Facebook, a person calling them retarded is offensive. Calling a situation retarded because someone did something extremely foolish or stupid, which is the definition of it, that's okay in my opinion. Like, the situation does not have feelings. Calling a person with a mental disability retarded, you're a dick because it's not their fault and you're a terrible person. Calling a situation that is okay. It's like that. Play every situation how it's supposed to be. Good to every person you can until you don't have to be. And don't just attack people because you don't like, sorry, people and situation are two different things. Just be a good person. Take advantage of every opportunity you got. Do not piss people off. Be good to each other. If you don't agree with them, you don't have to go and make it personal and be a dick. Normally, we can tell what side you're on. So, I think it's very simple stuff here. Take advantage of all second chances you get. Treat people as they deserve to be, whether you agree with them or not, especially if they're right. Whether you're like, own up if you're wrong, agree with them if they're right. Just be an adult. That's really what it comes down to. That was the best thing that ever happened to me, getting run over. Am I misery? Like, am I in agony sometimes when storms come through? Yes, because everything hurts. I'm a barometer. I know when it's coming, but I'm in the best place I've ever been in my life because of that. So I can't judge on that at all. So don't be like Cap. Be like Kyla Larson, the winners of the world. Regardless of what it is, own your mistake and come back positive and stop blaming everyone. So that being said, I'm going to jump off. Hopefully you appreciate it. We're going to get back into the political stuff tomorrow with all these bills getting passed, the money getting spent. Yeah, I just wanted to follow up. And yeah, again, Kyle Larson winning yesterday, like in the comeback story that made, I think that deserved to be told to me. So follow along on all the platforms. Let me know what you think. Comment and share all the videos no matter what platform you're on. You can share it out to the socials. It only takes a few seconds. So pretty please do that. I appreciate y'all. We will be back tomorrow with political stuff. I just had to get that out because you need a good comeback story. So love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Let me know what you think. And until tomorrow, my friends, peace.